Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, this defense for the Ravens very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Goff now looks to throw. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, it's gone. Finding Williams once more, complete. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Goff. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 5. It's caught. It's Miller. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that, because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Jackson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Ravens at 8-4 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Again, Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
After the interception, here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they act.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. From 21 yards away. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Here's Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Jackson will throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd down, Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Goff on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind. The line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They go jet sweep here with Williams.
Now inside the 25. Jamison Williams.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams, his first rushing touchdown of the year,
as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's Brian Branch with it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now Jackson.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
To throw again is Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Escaping the pressure right.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll try and run for it. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Another run for Gibbs here.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Baltimore. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
A toss out right to Gibbs.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's brought down.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Hey, boys, we got 4. Throw down. Check, boys. DC. He's checking crowd. Check crowd.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Gibbs again, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. And Jackson throwing once more. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And now here is another interception.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they will take a knee here.
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Detroit, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.